It begins with red envelopes and a quiet rebellion against late fees. In 1997, Netflix was a tiny California company shipping DVDs by mail. You chose a film online, a red sleeve arrived, you watched at your pace, and you mailed it back, no clock ticking, no clerk frowning. That small consumer kindness created a habit. By the mid-2000s, Netflix had millions of DVD subscribers and a deeper realization: the future is not plastic discs, it is bits moving across the internet. In 2007, Netflix turned the ship and launched streaming. At first the catalog was thin and the pictures a little soft, but the direction was set. Every year after that was a step away from DVDs and a step toward a screen that could play instantly, on laptops, then game consoles, then smart TVs and phones. The second beginning came when Netflix decided to make its own stories. In 2013 it released House of Cards, an early, loud signal that it would not only license shows, it would finance, produce, release in full seasons, and let viewer binge. The company learned how to use data to spot taste clusters and how to trust creators to go bold. It translated this model around the world: German sci-fi, Korean thrillers, Spanish heists, Indian dramas, and proved that subtitles could travel if emotion traveled first. A platform became a studio. A library became a brand. Then came the expansion sprints, and the stumbles. Global launches stretched Netflix into 190 plus countries in a rush. Local tastes were uneven. Cash burn for originals was heavy. In 2022, as competition surged and growth slowed, the company did two hard things that later shaped its comeback. First, it launched a cheaper ad-supported plan. Second, it cracked down on password sharing so that casual viewer would convert into paying households. Both moves paid off. By early 2025, the ad tier had swelled to 94 million monthly active users globally, up from 40 million in May 2024, and in countries where it's offered, a large share of new sign-ups flowed to ads. In the US, analyses showed that a big slice of Netflix households now watch on the ad tier. And Netflix kept stretching the format. It tried live events and live sports adjacent moments, testing whether appointment viewing could live inside an on-demand app. In May 2025 it announced NFL Christmas Day games to stream on Netflix in 2024 to 2026, making the service a holiday sports destination for millions who might otherwise not sample it. A bigger swing arrived with a decade-long deal to bring WWE Raw to Netflix beginning January 2025, not only in the US but across major markets, with a package that also routes more WWE content to Netflix outside the US. It was priced like a landmark, messaging that Netflix would pay up when the global math worked. On top of video, the company pushed Netflix games, even pulling in WWE 2K25 for mobile exclusively inside the Netflix app later in 2025. Another way to keep the brand in your hand between shows. Inside the company, the finance story also turned. After pandemic whiplash and a 2022 reset, 2024 revenue climbed to roughly $39 billion, a strong year of double-digit growth versus 2023. Quarterly run rate stepped up again in 2025. By Q2 2025, commentators were noting record revenue around $11.1 billion for the quarter and low churn as the ad tier and paid sharing changes bedded in. Netflix also made a symbolic break with old habits. After reporting a record approximately 301 million paid subscribers at the end of 2024, it stopped reporting quarterly paid subs in 2025, telling investors to watch revenue, margins, and engagement instead. Analysts still track subs by model, but the company no longer treats the headline number as the scoreboard. What, then, is the strategy in plain words? You can think of it as 4 lines stitched into daily work. First, be everywhere your audience is, on any screen, in any country, with payments and price points that match local habits. Second, own the moments that matter, make originals that spark culture. Buy events, like WWE Raw or NFL Christmas games, that force fans to try Netflix Live. Build games that keep attention between seasons. Third, run 2 engines for growth, a premium, ad-free tier for those who value time, and a cheaper ad-supported tier for those who value price. Then push ad tech so that the ad business can fund more content. Fourth, treat data as a compass, not a cage. Use viewing and taste signals to guide bets and marketing, but give creators the room to surprise. The daily craft that makes this real is quieter than the headlines. Personalization must feel like taste, not tracking. The app has to start a show in one tap on a mid-range phone over shaky Wi-Fi. The CDNs must hold when a live stream pulls in millions at once. The ad server needs frequency control so that a viewer sees variety, not the same pre-roll 12 times. And the catalog must breathe, old favorites returning, international hits promoted well in new markets, limited series landing exactly when your work week needs them. None of this is dramatic, all of it is decisive. The company also learned not to be precious about formats. It will drop a whole season for binges, split a season in two to extend conversation, go live for a sport or a reunion, or premiere at a festival then roll to streaming with a clever push on social. It will accept that some stories cost more than their revenue in the short run because they make the service feel bigger. And it will cancel what does not earn its keep, even when Twitter howls, because the financing of a global slate cannot be sentimental. Challenges deserve plain words. Costs are moving targets. Cocoa, coffee, and dairy are headaches for CPG brands. For Netflix it is content, the cost of making it, the fees for rights, the wages for crews and stars, the premiums for sports. In live rights, inflation is real. Each deal must be global enough to justify the check. Competition is relentless. YouTube fights for minutes. Amazon bundles Prime Video into an e-commerce habit. Disney Plus owns deep franchises. Local streamers win by being native. On the ad side, Netflix must scale without breaking trust. Measurement, brand safety, and frequency are table stakes for big buyers. And there is the human side of creative work, strikes, guild talks, and a duty to keep the creator relationship healthy while also keeping the P&L honest. Any one of these can swing a quarter, several together can swamp a plan. Yet the company's recent moves show a pragmatic streak. It chases sports moments, rather than full leagues where the math is brutal, hence Christmas NFL games instead of Sunday ticket. It buys tentpole weekly live programming with year-round cadence, WWE Raw, to build a habit that traditional TV long owned. It grows ads fast. By spring 2025, industry coverage and platform disclosures pointed to tens of millions of monthly ad tier users globally, with US viewing on the ad tier climbing sharply, and builds an in-house ad stack country by country. It even reaches beyond shows. Netflix Games brings franchises to your phone, and the WWE mobile title arrives there too, turning fandom into daily taps. Because a case study needs anchors, here are the key statistics. Latest snapshot, you can tuck in your head while reading the rest. Revenue, $39 billion in 2024, up approximately 15.7% year. Record $11.1 billion quarterly revenue in Q2 2025, with guidance to keep rising. Subscribers, last reported, approximately 301 million at Q4 2024. In 2025 Netflix stopped giving quarterly paid sub counts, shifting investor focus to revenue, margins. Ad-supported tier, 94 million global monthly active users by mid-2025. In the US, a large share of Netflix households now watch on the ad tier. Live rights, NFL Christmas games streaming on Netflix for 2024 to 2026. WWE Raw moves to Netflix starting January 2025 under a multi-billion, decade-long deal. Ad revenue outlook. Industry estimates see Netflix's ads business topping $2 billion in 2025 in the US, reflecting fast marketer uptake. The human layer matters most. Netflix's promise is not everything ever made, it is something you'll love tonight. That is why it pushes local originals hard. A Spanish teen drama that hits in Mexico, a Korean survival series that plays in Brazil, an Indian crime anthology that travels to London, an anime that converts a gamer in Chicago. This cross-border flywheel is still the company's clearest moat. If you open the app and find something that fits your mood in under 60 seconds, you forgive a lot. If you do not, you churn. And churn is where the ad tier becomes a safety net. A family that might cancel at $15.49 a month might stay at $6.99 with ads, and the company will still get paid, this time by marketers. That is also why partnerships matter. Bundling Netflix inside broadband, mobile, or hardware deals keeps the service on by default. Over the next few years, expect more of that, more bundles, more sports like tentpoles, more games, more local hits, and a steadier ads business that looks less like a side hustle and more like a second P&L. Because every long story also teaches, here are lessons the brand keeps repeating, short, but stitched into the tale. Begin with the pain and remove it. Late fees were pain, streaming removed waiting, ad tiers removed price pain for many households. Let the product be a kindness. Let data guide, not rule. Use viewing signals to place bets, but leave room for creative surprise. Surprise is what makes culture. Own a few moments deeply. You don't need every league, you need the right live moments like Christmas NFL, weekly WWE, that make non-subscribers try you. Build a second engine early. Ads went from zero to scale fast, now they fund bigger bets and cushion churn. Local is global when emotion travels. Subtitles do not block a hit, they carry it. Simplify the scoreboard. Subscribers are a means, revenue, margin, and engagement are the ends. Report what drives discipline. The tale loops back to the beginning. Red envelopes, no late fees, a feeling that someone designed the service for you, not to trap you, but to set you free from small frictions. Streaming took that feeling and scaled it. Originals gave it a voice. Ads and live moments gave it new on-ramps. Games are giving it a daily hum. That is how a company that changed how we watch keeps learning how to keep us watching, quietly, persistently, one night at a time.